Hey guys, what's going on? My name's George and welcome back to the Floor YouTube channel. Today you join me back at Velocity Tuning. When I say back, actually it's the same day as we're doing the mod stock exhaust video. But I wanted to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes, kind of a bit more of a relaxed approach to the video. Because a lot of the videos I've done recently have been kind of more presenting and more about informative information about the E92 M3 and kind of some products and everything. And this is just kind of me geeking out because I'm having my car stage 2 mapped. So essentially a stage 2 is kind of like, well, stage 1 is essentially a map and stage 2 is when you go with the hardware to do so, and the hardware is obviously like the primary decat or test pipes, and I'm going to be going with primary decat today. We're also doing a video on test pipes, and if you haven't seen that, if this video comes out before that or after that, if this video comes out after that, I'll put a link up here and you can go and check that out. But very excited today. But yes, it's kind of a bit more of me geeking out. Like from a map perspective, I've actually wanted to map the car for a long time, but I kind of just never really had the balls to do it. But we were coming today to do test pipes on the primary decat, and kind of Chris said, well, Tommy of Velocity Tuning does it. Do you want to just get it done while you're here? And I thought, well, we're going to be doing the hardware anyway with a primary decat, so kind of just makes sense to do so. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzed, and we've dynoed the car at stock. We did 370 brake. This dyno's a little bit harsh. The car did stock about 412 previously on the Basingstoke dyno. So with the primary decat and with the stage 2 tune, if we can make 400 brake on this dyno, I will be very happy with that. So yeah, let's just crack on. So obviously the purpose of this fan is that you can go to people's houses, right? Yeah. So you don't always have to come to you in the workshop. No. You are mobile completely around the UK.
Yeah, I've literally just come back from Manchester and Leeds, yeah. Okay. So that was yesterday.
So how would someone go about kind of booking a mobile appointment?
So that most people just contact me. Basically, they'll advise that they want some exhaust work done. I'll then ask them how loud they want to go, what they're looking to get from the car or the exhaust. Most people, some people just want a bit of sound, some people want a bit of power, some people want a bit of, some people want to pass MOT, some people don't want, some people aren't bothered. So yeah, we'll work out the best exhaust setup for them, and then I will mod it back at the workshop, and then I'll take it out to them.
And you pre-mod, right? So you do all the back boxes and you arrive at the house. You don't do any modifications.
No hot works on site.
Perfect. Okay. Well, if you're interested in booking a mobile appointment with Modstock or coming to your workshop yourself, we've got all the links in the description down below, as well as your contact number and email address. Right, guys. So we're in the middle of doing the dyno runs for the test pipes and the primary decat. Chris and Tommy here have been awesome, and it's great fun kind of record. I love making these videos. Everyone's just really interested in understanding what performance the car can make. A video like this hasn't been done before, from my recollection of going through YouTube, to say the difference between stock, test pipes, decap, what the actual power difference and noise difference actually is for these cars. So the S65 is a bit of a temperamental engine. Each car is very different, but yeah, it'd be cool just to give some clarity for you guys who are looking to buy from Modstock, whether you want a back box, whether you want test pipes or decat, and actually know like what types of power increase you can expect and what kind of noise increase you can expect as well. But yeah, I'm kind of just geeking out here, man. I'm having a great day. We've got the car on the lift at the moment. We're just taking the test pipes off. Gutter cats going on, which is what I'm going to be keeping. So test pipes will definitely make more power. I'm confident of that, and they sounded awesome. But from an M&T perspective, I haven't got a guy that I can kind of say to him, hey, just look over that, and it could fail the visual inspection. I've got the ability to change the cats in and out easily, so I've gone for gutter cats. I may change that in the future after hearing what the test pipes sound like. Let's see what it makes. But yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a fun day. But I hope you guys are kind of enjoying this bit more of a kind of laissez-faire, bit more of a relaxed kind of vlog approach, because we're doing the big video for Modstock today. That'll be going live on their channel, and this one's kind of just me more having some fun in the background really. We've got loads and loads of cool cars here. We've got M5s, E93, M6, Megane RS, Focus ST, awesome F80 M3, and then we've got this cool Royals Details car cleaning company here as well with his Golf R. That was awesome, and they've got a kind of lurking green M6 over there in the background. After we've done this video with Modstock, I'm going to get Tommy to run through what differences Stage 2 actually makes to this car, because we'll have a before on primary decat dyno run, and then we'll have a mapped primary decat dyno run as well. So it'd be really, really cool to see the comparison. So let's just crack on. So now it's time to do the stage 2 tune to the M3. So we've got Tommy here from Velocity Tuning, who's basically hosted us this entire day. So thank you very much for doing that. And essentially he's going to be helping me turn the M3 into, well, kind of a V8 Lays into a absolute monster. So that's kind of our plan. But I actually know absolutely nothing about mapping cars. So I was kind of hoping you as the expert could just give us a quick overview of what it takes, what happens, what we need to do.
I'll try not to go too into detail. On a modern car, the engine is controlled by an ECU, it's controlled by a computer, and within that computer it has lots of data stored in it that control the amount of fuel that's going in, when the fuel's going in, when it's getting sparked, how much the throttle's opening up, all the little details. There's literally thousands and thousands of maps within the ECU that control all these little parts of the car. So when we go to do a remap, the first thing we do is we extract all that data. So we have what we call the OEM calibration from BMW, so you know how much ignition timing it should have, how much fuel should be going in it, and what we're basically doing is tweaking what they've already done. So on an OEM ECU like this, we can put more ignition timing in it, we can change the way that the valves are working on it, we can change the air to fuel ratio that we're putting into the engine, and by tweaking all of these parts here, we can gain more power from the vehicle.
So you're kind of like boosting the characteristics that the vehicle already has then, right?
Pushing things a little bit further, and sometimes you'll see it done by BMW themselves. So if you see like say one of the new M3s for example, they do the normal one, then they do the compact. Most of the time it's got completely the same hardware, they've just gone slightly more aggressive on the tune on the actual ECU, and we're looking to mimic that on this car.
Sure. Okay, so we plugged the E92 at the moment into your reader, right?
Yes.
So it takes a long time to take. It's like 2 hours to download the info from this car.
On this car, yeah. Most cars I can do them in about 30 seconds to 10 minutes.
And why do you need to download the info from the car?
So on these cars, for example, the ECU needs to be unlocked, and it contains what's like a mobiliser data. So if you just went to say, okay, I've done an M3, I'm going to put the data out of the other M3 into this one, the car's not going to start, the car's not going to run properly. So we always extract the data. It tells us other things as well. Has the car already been tuned? What software version it's got in it, so we know how to edit it. If we have any problems with the car, we can return it back to stock. If you want to sell the car in the future, maybe you put everything back how it was. You go, look, I don't want to map no more. So
it's fully reversible then, right?
It's fully reversible.
Because I guess that's the argument against a chip versus an actual full ECU remap then, right?
It can be. When it comes to detection, there's a lot of factors to take into consideration. So you can have a vehicle that is mapped, has the map taken off, and there's still traces left within the car, so you can still pick up on it. But yeah, the main argument for chip tuning and for the actual aftermarket boxes are usually better getting underneath warranty and not being detected. But on people where their cars are more than 3 years old, the actual ECU map's more beneficial. So a chip tuning box will just basically trick sensors. So like on a turbo car, it'll make the car think that it's running a little less boost than it actually is, so it steps it up. When we do it in the ECU, nothing's being tricked, everything's still calibrated and working as it should. And if you come into a situation where the car needs to put itself into a limp mode, or it's particularly cold or a hot day, you haven't got to worry about those bended values still working correctly, because you know everything's working along the way that it should.
It's like OEM plus then, right, essentially?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, so the map is now finally loaded into the car. It took actually only about half an hour to get in, so 2 hours to download, 30 minutes to get into the car. But again, it can vary depending upon how you do it and what computer you use. So I'm eager to get this car off of the ramp, back onto the dyno, and then we can see what stage 2 plus a primary decat will make in terms of noise and in terms of power. Nice.
Looks a bit crazy with all 4 of them there, but you can see the yellow is the strongest, okay?
Yeah.
That's your torque curve across there. So you can see now it's been tuned. You see how it just comes on and holds the power a lot better than... None of the pipes are able to do that, as you can see. But now it's tuned, it comes on its power even earlier than it was before.
And then holds stronger.
And then holds stronger. So you can see the difference, so linear between the 3. So stock, decatted stock pipe.
Yeah.
test pipe,
Yeah.
decatted stock pipe with tune.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you could technically have a 5th line running through there, which would have been the test pipe and the tune, which would have seen you
way above that.
Yeah, it would have seen you probably about there. So you can look between stock decat and tune, and you can go right. Okay, willpower 340 to 322. So you can say there's an 18 brake gain there.
Yeah.
So then you can go 329 plus 18 would put you at
50, about that.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. So yeah, I reckon you would have had like 348, something like that.
Strong.
But yeah, you came in today with 369 and you've left with 401.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, about 32 brake you've gained there, mate. You was 342 newton meters and you're now 366 as well. So it's not like you make it for the last RPM.
It's in the middle, yeah.
You make it, well, you just make it everywhere.
It's just that, it's that gap there, right? That's going to be huge.
Yeah, that beginning of the run there's nice.
Well, so we finished the stage 2 tune on the E92 M3 and we made a significant increase in power versus the decat we did on a stock tune. So essentially, I guess the premise of this video needs to be, well, stage 1 is all about the map, right? But if you're going to go stage 2 and you're going to get the hardware, you're going to need to get a map to maximize the most out of it. Each car is different, each car will respond differently. Chris has told me that some cars in the past that he's had have actually had a 20 to 22 brake horsepower increase on a stock tune from having a gutted cat. So ultimately it's all very different, and my car reacted this way. It didn't react as strong to the kind of stock ECU when we did the test pipes and the primary decat, but with a tune you can see that we have made a significant increase in power. Well, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below if you're looking to get anything done to your E92 or have any questions about anything we've talked about in today's video. Have a great week.